Hello, everyone. Welcome to Otaku Talk. It's me, your boy, your host, OD. And today we are reviewing and analyzing chapter 204 of Dr. Stone. The universe is written in the language of mathematics. So we get a lot of answers to some questions I posed and some speculation I made last chapter. So I can't wait to get into that. Real quick, if anyone at all knows any site that releases Dr. Stone on Friday, I would really appreciate it. I like to get my reviews out up and early. If I'm one of the first, it gets me more views. So if you know any website that has it out Friday, I'd appreciate it. Sometimes the one I use, Manga Freak, has it, but recently it has been releasing on Saturday, and I'm usually busy on Saturday, so that means I get pushed back to my review on Sunday. So if you have any, hidden gem manga sites, translators, or anyone that has this done on Friday, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, on top of that, if this is your first time or you're a reoccurring guest, please take this time to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Bang that bell. I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean the world to me. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, guys. Chapter 204 of Dr. Stone. I just want to get this out the way because after my last review I was gonna bitch about it. Bro, we fucking just went through the Suez Canal and did not give a fuck about Africa. We didn't stop to smell the roses. We didn't, gather anything along the way. We didn't recruit anyone. We didn't revive anyone. We didn't, grab any spices. Nothing. We just went past Africa, and I would be remiss if I didn't say I'm feeling some type of way about that. As some of you know, I am Nigerian. And also the fact that not Nigeria, but Africa itself is like the motherland, and Africa itself is like probably the richest continent in the entire world when it comes to natural resources. So for us to not stop there blows me a little bit. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, we passed through there and we start talking about Ishigami Village, which was really, really nice to hear. We haven't heard about Ishigami Village in quite some time, and we hear about some characters we haven't heard from or heard of in a while, like Ruri. And then for those you don't remember, that's Kohaku's sister. She was the priestess. They all protected her and all that. And so it kind of seemed a little bit like, not, I don't want to say out of place, but kind of random that they were talking about Ishigami Village and wonder what they're doing. But at the same time, you're on this journey and you don't know if you're going to succeed, and you don't know when it's going to be over. And it does make sense for you to randomly think back on your sibling who's back in this one place, who's petrified, and you have to worry about the fact that we do know that if you get damaged in your petrified state, there is a chance that your depetrification might not go well. Either you won't be able to be depetrified, or you might come back missing an arm or something of that nature, right? But they tell basically Kohaku's like, no, knowing her, she probably told everyone to get into a defensive position. And we're talking about the theme of just being able to sense your siblings' feelings and know what they would do and quote unquote where they are and how they're doing rears its head. And at first, we think nothing about it. But then something very interesting happens in the end of the chapter that kind of brings things full circle. Anyway, it's finally revealed what exactly we're looking for in India and what exactly Math City is. I had two theories, as you guys remember from my last reviews. One was we either need someone to crunch numbers, or we need computer chips. We need to build a CPU, and this chapter pretty much gave us the answer, and that was we needed a super genius mathematician. And turns out said mathematician is Ryusui's brother, Sai. So I'll be real with you. Anime it's a common trope for, people to have, people within a family to have, really, talented individuals stay within a family, right? So I don't mind it. Would I have preferred it to be a random person? Yes. But for it to be Sainanami's brother, I think that's going to lead to a lot of comedy, lead to a lot of, really good interactions. The sheer fact that the moment that Sai saw his brother, he tried to flee is going to leave for some exceptional exposition that I cannot wait to get into. Why exactly is he so scared of Ryu? Why did he quit Nanami Corps? Why did he move all the way to India? What's the story behind them being, half siblings? I'm assuming because as we were told, he's half Japanese, half Indian. So I'm very curious about all these things. So yeah, like I said before, the mangaka answered the questions I posed in my last review, which is one, what are we getting out of India? And that's a mathematician. And the second question I had was, if it is a mathematician, why isn't it Senku? And he easily answered that. And Senku is like, basically, I'm really good, I'm really smart, but I'm not like crunch specific numbers down to the fraction smart. Like when he does math, he does this type of math, and I know exactly what he's talking about, where you kind of take the averages, you kind of do some educated guessing, you kind of round up, round down. Basically, he's like, I can ballpark numbers. Like I'm very smart, and because of that intellect, I can get very close. But space travel is not something where you want to ballpark, where you want to play around with, where just getting within a certain parameter will keep you safe. No, you need specifics, you need exacts, you need to be to the over like thousandth. Like he said, NASA themselves use pi to the 15th place. I know pi to the third place, 3.14. Like that's literally, that's what I know. So like I totally understand where he's coming from. Some problems I do have with this. Once again, you're gonna hear me say this a lot with this series, but it's back to the suspension of disbelief for me. Basically, one, I'm thinking, okay, yes, I'm willing to, like, I am totally open and willing and all that to assume this man is, the foremost genius when it comes to calculating math and all that. And they set us up, they set our expectations up by telling us that like the average like Indian math student can do their times table to like in double digits. So like 99 times 99, they're able to like do that. And so like that was rather impressive. So like for the average math student to be able to do math to that degree, for someone who's regarded as like a super genius in mathematics, like we can have faith in him. But my thing is, at the end of the day, I'm just saying there's still way too much math involved, both in terms of pre-journey, during journey, like while they're in flight, calculations need to be done, and post journey. And I'm saying one of two things. One, that is still too much. I don't care how freaking smart you are for one person to do. I think that they need to revive some other mathematicians. He can be the lead, but he needs a squad. He needs to have the other people do like the minor equations while he handles the major equations. That's the one thing. So like I just do not see him, because there's just too much. There's too many things to calculate. There are simply too many things to calculate, too many variables, too many things that could go wrong. And so we need more than one person to do that, especially the fact that like we've seen that like anything can go wrong at any time. People can get injured, people can get hurt, people can get petrified. We need contingency. Not only do we need contingency plans, but we need a team. Like even when NASA did, handwritten notations and calculations, like it was multiple people. So there's that. The second thing is, my other theory was that we would need computer chips. We would need some kind of computer system. I do not believe there is any way. I don't believe there's any way for us to feasibly time travel without like computer computation. Like once again, I know that there were calculations that were done handwritten, and I'm totally cool with that. But I do think that some kind of processing power is needed. Trajectory plans. Like once again, you can use math to plot all that stuff, to graph all that stuff. But like I do think it'll be a lot easier for them if they just get It doesn't have to be, modern computation, but something along the lines of, um, something they can use for data storage, trajectory projection, and all that outside of graph paper or whatnot. I think it's very important. The mangaka may choose not to go this way, and that is totally cool, and that is totally fine with me. But like, I don't know, it would make me feel a lot better about the story if we introduced, computers again, and calculation machines and stuff of that nature. Anyway, rather short review, I know, but nothing much I wanted to get into. This whole chapter was pretty much them getting to India. Oh, they discovered is it cumin or cumin? I always say cumin because I don't like cumin puns. Anyway, so and cardamom, and I think that's about it. I can't wait to see what's made out of that. We got to see Chelsea and Senku work together and figure out topography to figure out where before we knew he was Ryu's brother, where Sai was. So there were really good parts. Once again, artwork is phenomenal. When Sai came out, I kind of thought he looked like Tsukasa's tamer younger brother. He looked more like Tsukasa than Ryusu in my opinion. So that was interesting. But yeah, I kind of feel like I didn't cover a lot, but I just feel like there wasn't too much to cover this one. And anything else I would add would just be me rehashing some thoughts I had from my other reviews in terms of like why man and like where else we're going from here. I'm assuming next chapter is going to be us learning a lot more about Sai, learning more about his dynamic and relationship with Risui, them getting him up to snuff on in terms of why man, the petrification, all the places they've gone, as well as what they need of him. So yeah, I'm very excited to see the next chapter. If you guys have any questions, if you think I missed anything important, like anything, like something I should have definitely discussed and I didn't, please let me know because I do feel like there's something that I missed. But other than that, yeah, let me know any questions you have, any thoughts you had, how you felt about this chapter. And yeah, that's about it. Have a great day, guys, and take care.